think the rebellion is? So,
Go on.
Well, I was just
You
earlier.
tell me. I'll have a biscuit. You tell me.
when I was listening earlier to the sermon,
Yeah.
the pastor was talking about maybe it's because everyone in the minute said, "Oh, Christians are dangerous with their views and everything like this." Well, we're not the only ones that have been doing this for a while. There were thousands before, millions before.
Not my first rodeo.
Yeah, exactly. So, but maybe the rebellion is people have just had enough now. They've had enough because it talks about the one who is to come, the son of destruction. So he's, let's just say, he's going to be a big force in being like, these Christians, we're done with them. We've had enough.
What verse do you on?
The rebellion comes first. So 3, let no one deceive you in a way, for the day will not come unless the rebellion comes first and the man of lawlessness is revealed. So like you said, we're waiting for this leader, this maybe political figure, who knows, maybe he's going to be the next big guru or big personality, potentially from the West or wherever, who is going to be a major player on the scene of saying, right, let's get things sorted. Christians first, out of the way. Or let's say, Christ first, out of the way. We can deal with the Christians in a minute.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. I mean, one, it says here, instead of rebellion, in my version it says falling away.
Ooh.
One interpretation of this is that there will be a falling away of
The church.
before the end.
Okay.
What we're hearing about now in every conversation that I party to in church circles is quiet revivals happening. There's revivals going on, it's going to be amazing, or it is amazing, and lots of people are becoming Christians. Lots of people going back to church, and they're very excited about that. It's like things are on the up, and it's a little difficult to say anything in opposite. A little bit like with COVID back in the day, you couldn't say anything to the contrary.
No.
I met with some people a while ago, and they said, "Can you believe it? Some people didn't have the vaccine. They'd never come across this. Literally 5 or 6 years later, they go, can you believe that, John?" And I'm going, really? What were they thinking? What were they thinking? Look, by the laughter you might guess something else. That it's possible that this falling away is the opposite to revival. It's possible that people just give up.
Yeah.
They go, no, I don't want to do this anymore.
Rocky ground.
Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. There may be a period of history where an awful lot of the church is shown up as not being the church,
Yeah.
and just goes, wow, okay. In your mind, think of a church, okay? Think of a church. Don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Pick a card, pick a church, pick a church. And the news comes out and says, okay, everyone, you can still do your church stuff. If you want to do your church stuff, the leader says this
Right.
of the country, and do your church stuff. If you want to do that, you can do that. But you've got to pay a tax for going to church and for having a Bible of 20% of your income. 20% of your income. So if you're on 10 grand, 2 grand on top of whatever else bills you got to pay 2 grand a year. If that's right, yeah, 2 grand you got to pay to the government
To head to church or
for going to
something like
church.
that.
If you want to do that, church and Bible, you got to do that. Do you want to do that? How many people, say there's 100 people in the church right now that come along regularly to a particular church, wherever it might be, how many of those would go,
No way.
I can't afford that. I can't afford it. I can't do it. I won't do it. I'll just be a Christian at home. But it would expose, perhaps, for some of them, that they were never a Christian in the first place. When I pay 2 grand to go to church, I mean, you go to church for free. It doesn't cost me anything to go to church. Well, how much would you, what if it's 50%? How many people would be there then? If you want to go, it will cost you 50%. Would you go? Well, it's interesting, isn't it? We're keen Christians.
Yeah.
But
it just shows the level of things that if that was to be imposed,
Yeah.
it would show. It's
Yeah.
like that film I saw a while ago. It wasn't a film. There's a clip anyway about people in a church, and the church becomes under attack from like people in balaclavas, and they say, right, if you want to die for Christ, if you don't want to die for Christ, sorry, now's your chance to run. And I think like half of them run,
No.
and there's only a few left. And then the guy pulls the balaclava off, and he goes, see, I am a Christian, I'm just testing you. So that would expose the fakes, do you know what I mean?
well, and they're shilling shakers.
Well, yeah.
They'd be shaking and go, well, I don't want to die. If you stay, you've got to pay 50%. You've got to give up your car, give up your keys, pass over your house, live in the street.
What does Christ say? To deny yourself.
How much would you pay?
I don't want to pay anything.
Yeah, I don't want to pay. but it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, going to a building isn't going to church.
No, exactly.
But it has become that.
Yes.
But it isn't that, which is interesting. There's another debate for another time. What else have we got here? Well, so this falling away. So the falling away could be Christians going, okay, I can't do this anymore, and exposing themselves.
Let's come to your house, John.
Well, just don't tell anyone, because it cost me 50%. Like, if you're the church leader, it's like, well, you can be the leader. You're the leader. But you do a podcast, don't you? We got one of your coasters. No.
You might look like us, but it's not us.
Yeah, they just look like us. The really good-looking one. Okay, you'll be glad to know. Falling away comes first. So there's this falling away that will happen. Will we be able to identify it? Because if this rebellion takes place, or is it suddenly? I'm saying, what if it's the anarchy that starts ruling in our country, in our world? Like civil war in America. What if it's just society falls to pieces, and it's more that way, and we need someone to organise us again. I mean, Keir Starmer is not a strong leader that people are going to follow. I know. I haven't met anyone who said he's a good guy. He's really strong. He's just not a strong leader, but we got what we deserve. We asked for, that's what we got. We wonder what it is. Is it this? Is it that? Something's going to happen. A rebellion, falling away. Something's going to take place, and that will usher in the man of lawlessness, the son of perdition. The man of lawlessness, no law, no righteousness.
And apparently perdition, I think, means, it says destruction, but isn't it opposition?
Yeah.
So if you think anything, because they say the devil is the Antichrist, or anything God's and good, there'll be an anti-godlessness to it. So you talk about signs and wonders.
Right.
Amazing, miracles. But then it also speaks of signs and wonders are not of God.
Yeah, well, this is where we have to be very wise as to discern when a miracle is of God and when a miracle isn't.
Yeah.
There was one of the scariest films I've ever watched. I can't remember what it's called, and it was about a supposedly Christian evangelist coming to a community and doing amazing miracles and people being healed in all manner of ways. But the whole lot was demonic and they were all temporary. So people could suddenly see, but only for a little while. It waned and it went and it left them after a while. They started to go blind again, could walk. I go, wow, I'm following this man here, because it was all about the man, following this man, not following God, following this man. Yeah. And then they couldn't walk again. It was terrifying, because you don't want to be deceived. We want the truth.
Yeah.
We want the truth.
Absolutely.
And it actually shook me up a little bit, because you don't want to be led astray. And it's easy to be led astray. What else we got? What does it say? So this man of sin is revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes
and exalts himself against every so-called God or object of worship, so that he takes a seat in the temple of God, proclaiming himself to be God.
Yeah. He claims to be number one. Mm-hmm. He claims to be number one. I think the way that it will work is that there'll be two physical characters. There'll be a man of sin, this Antichrist character,
Yeah.
who will be a political leader.
Yeah.
He will organize things in a political way, and he'll do it very cleverly.
Yeah. So he's a prophet.
No,
No.
I know.
I don't know what I mean. It's like, so you've got God, Jesus, prophet.
Yeah, well, I think there'll be this political leader, there'll be this religious leader,
Yeah.
and behind them all in this unholy trinity will be the devil.
Yeah.
The devil
That's what I was getting
pulling
at.
strings.
It's the anti, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be. It'll be this falseness.
Yeah.
I don't know whether the devil will, in a way, be the anti-Holy Spirit in the background, or whether he's saying I'm the anti-Father in the background. I suspect so, because the Lord Jesus said, your father is the devil. So he speaks of the devil as being the father of these Pharisees and these religious people that were deceiving the people and leading them astray. And then there'll be this religious leader who will say, let's all work together.
Yeah.
We'll say all these words where people go, wow,
Yeah.
he'll bring...
He sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got my vote.
Yeah, well, you've not got my vote. Yeah, as you go to silent, no, don't do it.
That's how the T's and
Don't
C's.
do this. Yeah, we're told beforehand what is going to happen,
Yeah.
which is extraordinary. So it'll be this political leader. I think he'll come to the forefront first, and there'll be this spiritual leader as well, who will probably bring Catholicism and
Unite everything.
and
Kind of one.
the Muslims together, and he will bring the gullible.
Yeah.
We're gullible. Don't be gullible, because a lot of people go, this is great. At last we'll have peace. That's the trouble. And it'll last for a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Although there's a cost involved with it. Oh, you've got to agree to everything. Can't buy or sell without going, yeah, whatever his name is, Jake. What name's he going to have? You know, is he going to call himself Jesus? Who knows? It's going to be huge deception. What's next on
But the next thought is that he takes his seat in the temple of God. So there's going to be a place.
Yeah. I think this is where the temple will be built again in Jerusalem.
Yeah, it's just the third temple.
Yeah, the third temple will be built again, and he will do this. He will play a big part in this to keep the Jews, the Israelis, happy. And the world will go, oh, we don't really want this, but he's bringing peace, so okay, we got this. And then halfway through the tribulation time, because he's wicked, he will step into that temple and say, worship me, worship me. And that is when the Jews at last go, oh,
we've got it wrong.
We got it wrong. No, don't do that. Don't do that. We're not gonna follow you. You're not God. You're just a political leader. We were trusting in you, but we believe in God, and you're clearly not God. You're just a man.
Jake.
That'd be creepy if his name is Jake. Watch the news later on, and Jacob.
You will be the Jake.
And he says, Nick, I heard that. He goes, no, I know where you live. There's a little red dog. No. Scary. Anyway, so look, it carries on and says, verse 5. When we were reading this, I remember you going, ooh, look, that's a bit in there. Do you not remember?
Yes.
When I was still with you, I told you these things.
Yeah, so
react to that.
My thoughts is basically that Paul has already had this chat with them. Like, he's already spoken to these people, the Thessalonians, about this issue, and they think they've missed out. So it's almost like, remember what I told you. It's like, the word's already here in the book. For you guys, the word is already here in the book.
Yeah.
Remember Jesus, guys.
Yeah.
Remember Jesus, because you're gonna need it.
Yeah, you really will. You really will. And it's all written down there.
Yeah.
You know, if you're left behind, and I think so many people will be. I think I've got loved ones that will be left behind. Certainly lots of friends who'll be left behind. Just pick up the book.
Yeah.
And go, well, John and Nick, we weren't completely nuts. We may not be perfect, but we weren't nuts to believe these things. The church will be gone.